Because as somebody once said, Africa is full of politicians who are thinking of the next election rather than statesmen who should be thinking about the next generation. The African leaders saying, they agree with what I've been saying all along, that they should not all 54 of them be summoned to Europe and America. But you wait, during the coronation of Charles, they'll once again be trooping to London and they'll be herded into buses again. Then they'll come back and complain. So you must treat yourself with respect if you want to be respected. There is the tendency, particularly in Africa, that the mere occupation of public office makes you a leader. No. Leadership is a totally different thing. Leadership is about individuals who are capable of thinking about their societies and who are prepared to sacrifice for their societies without expectation of any return. I think the best description of who a leader was a description that I read in Carter G. Woodson's book, Miseducation of the Negro, that a leader is he or she who knows that he is not necessarily better than everybody else, but he has passion and commitment to provide direction in a manner that will help others and improve his circumstances and the circumstances of the society. A politician, on the other hand, is a parasitic individual, an individual who thinks he has the monopoly of knowledge and wisdom and whose grand agenda is to manipulate processes for personal benefit by hoodwinking the people that he or she is working for them, but he is simply massaging his ego and feathering his nest. We lost the script at a certain stage. We lost the script when the political arena became an arena for acquisition of materials. So that today people join politics not to serve, but to be served. They join politics because it is the shortest avenue to acquiring material wealth and also to enjoy impunity from the laws of the land. And we lost the script when gluttony became our creed and when greed became our creed, and people are no longer interested in serving the continent but serving themselves. And the electorate also became susceptible to manipulation along ethnic lines, through corruption and through other means which were not in the best interest of the country. But if you look at the first generation leaders, and we've mentioned quite a number of them, such as Kwame Nkrumah, such as Julius Kambarage Nyerere, Kenneth Kaunda, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, people like Samora Moises Machel, these were individuals who were prepared to sacrifice their all for the sake of their societies without expecting anything in return. And they saw politics merely as an arena for serving the motherland. We lost that crop of leaders, and what we now have are crooks. Many of them are. Of course, there are few exceptions to the general rule, but the bulk of them, 90% of those who occupy positions of power in Africa today, have no interest in the continent. So we've got to really rethink. Sometimes it pains me when I see the possibilities and how our electoral process is hostile and toxic to the good men in this world. Good men and women are unelectable in most of Africa.
Unfortunately, that's the case.
Because the electorate is also poisoned. It is ethnicized. It has been made corrupt. The only stimuli that it responds to is ethnic and monetary. So when you come with ideas, they say this one does not know what he's talking about. Somebody said that the typical African electorate thinks about what he called the stomach infrastructure. And once you take care of the stomach infrastructure, he or she thinks about nothing else. Tragic. And that is why young men like you and others must now go out into the rooftops and say, no more, no more. We've got to liberate ourselves from these chains. And it is being done. You look at young Chinese, young Koreans, young Vietnamese. They love their countries. But what is happening to our young people, because the political environment has been poisoned by selfish politicians? If Africa is going to change because young Africans have changed their minds and they have only one agenda that they want to achieve: to make Africa great, to make her great politically, to make her great economically, to make her great socially, to make her great in the arena of technology, and is only going to happen when young men and women take a solemn vow and say, we are going to change the continent of Africa, and we are going to do so recognizing that this is a long war which is intergenerational, and that we are going to say with Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere, it can be done. I am playing my part.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow, share and like our video. It's the best way of supporting us.